want to tell a story about these drawings. In 1943, I was 3 years old. My father and mother they sent me to my grandmother, which was living on a small village near La Spezia, because they thought it was safer for me. Well, what they didn't realize that La Spezia was a navy base, and near the city you had a factory which was making guns. So you can imagine the Allied, they came with airplanes there to bomb the whole place. Well, we have this alarm in this small village, and when the airplanes came, we ran the whole village into a shelter. It was a U-form tunnel under a hill. Well, there was a road in front of that, and there was a wall, and you could see from there, you could see the valley where the factory was. Well, I was there, the whole village was there, but I used to run out of the shelter to go to watch those explosions. You know, I was leaning like this on the wall and look with a lot of interest. When the bomb fell, they make also a special sound, you know, and when they reach the ground, an explosion with the fire and smoke. It was fascinating. I was not afraid really. My grandmother, she was looking for me in the shelter. She couldn't find me. So she ran out and she took me with her hand from my shoulder and come in, are you crazy? Something like that. And 40 years later, in 1983, I was at my work, and I had a night shift. I was in the laboratory. I took a pause, and just in a sudden, I felt the need to remember, to try to put my thought on paper. So I started making sketches, how it was there, the landscape, things like that. I was very concentrated, myself. Just in a sudden, I felt the hand of my grandmother on my shoulder. Well, you can imagine it. I got a bit scared. My pencil went sky high, and my heart was pounding on my chest. Well, I closed the laboratory. I went to the factory to talk with colleagues, and they said, "You are a little pale." Well, I don't know, maybe because it's the night, night work is not that good really. And but the next day, the next morning, I went home. I went to bed, but I couldn't sleep really that well. So I wake up very early, and I want to make with a large drawings of what I remember. This is the second one. You see, this is the house of my grandmother. This is the neighbors here, and the trees. Well, I don't know if the trees are like this, but the explosion, the smoke, the airplane that comes, and this the confetti they're dropping there in the valley. You see, and this was, I'll show you. This was the first one. This was the first one. You see, and this, see, the factory was here. But you had this, okay, you can't see the harbor here because it's this side, yeah. Well, I have another one here, but this shows from another point of view. Here is, you understand it, the wall was here, you see, and I was looking down. This is seen from another point of view, which I couldn't see that, of course, but also my grandmother's house is here, and the neighbors there, and here is the factory was here down. Well, I was waiting to feel the hand of my grandmother again, you know, maybe more conscious, but it didn't happen. I was a little bit disappointed. It didn't happen, but I made these nice drawings here. This is, we are now in 2016, so here is about, it's again, it's 33 years ago. I still have it. That's it. I want to tell the story. Have a nice day, by the way.